Well, hello there, fellow enthusiasts of the craft. Is there anything more satisfying than building something with your own two hands? Today, we're tackling a project that's both practical and aesthetically pleasing: installing cabinet doors. Now, some folks might tell you this is a job for the professionals, but I say hogwash. With the right tools, a bit of patience, and a healthy dose of elbow grease, you can achieve professional-grade results right in your own workshop. We're going to focus on a tool that's as essential to a cabinet maker as a good saw: the woodworking jig. This humble contraption is the key to achieving consistent, accurate results, especially when it comes to drilling those all-important hinge holes. So grab your tool belt, put on your safety glasses, and let's get started. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's make sure we have all the necessary tools and materials at arm's reach. Preparation is key to any successful woodworking project, and having everything you need within easy reach will save you time and frustration down the line. A well-organized workspace is a happy workspace, and a happy workspace is a productive one. Here's what you'll need. First, let's talk about the importance of a clean and organized workspace. Not only does it make your work more efficient, but it also ensures your safety. Tripping over tools or searching for misplaced items can lead to accidents and mistakes. A woodworking jig specifically designed for cabinet door hinges. This tool is essential for ensuring that your hinges are placed accurately and consistently. It takes the guesswork out of the equation and allows you to achieve professional results with ease. Don't skimp on this one, folks. A quality jig will last you through countless projects. Investing in a durable, high-quality jig will pay off in the long run, as it will withstand the wear and tear of repeated use and provide reliable performance every time. A power drill with a drill bit that matches the size of your hinge screws. A tape measure. These are fundamental tools in any woodworker's arsenal. The power drill will make quick work of drilling holes, while the tape measure ensures that your measurements are precise and accurate. Accuracy is paramount in this line of work. Even a small error in measurement can throw off the entire project, so take your time and double-check your measurements before making any cuts or drilling any holes. A pencil for marking your measurements. This simple tool is indispensable for making precise marks on your workpiece. Use a sharp pencil to ensure that your lines are clear and easy to follow. A combination square to ensure those lines are straight and true. This tool helps you draw accurate right angles and straight lines, which are crucial for achieving a professional finish on your project. Clamps to secure the jig and the door while you're drilling your chosen cabinet hinges. Clamps are essential for holding your workpiece steady, preventing any movement that could lead to mistakes or accidents. Make sure they're the right size and style for your doors. Screws for the hinges. Choosing the right hinges and screws is crucial for the functionality and appearance of your finished project. Take the time to select hardware that complements your design and meets your needs. A screwdriver or drill with a screwdriver bit. This will be used to attach the hinges to the door and the cabinet frame. Make sure you have the appropriate bit for your screws to avoid stripping them. Safety glasses to protect those peepers. Safety should always be your top priority. Wearing safety glasses will protect your eyes from dust, debris, and any accidental mishaps that could occur while working. Gather your supplies, arrange them neatly on your workbench, and let's move on to the star of the show, the woodworking jig. With everything in place, you're now ready to tackle your project with confidence and precision. Let's get started. Now, some folks might scoff at the idea of using a jig. They might see it as an unnecessary complication, something that only beginners would need. But let me tell you, even the most seasoned woodworkers can benefit from the precision a jig offers. They might say it's an extra step, an unnecessary expense. However, what they fail to realize is that this extra step can save countless hours of frustration and rework. But let me tell you, those folks have never experienced the frustration of a misaligned hinge or a crooked cabinet door. Imagine spending hours crafting a beautiful piece only to have it ruined by a small error in alignment. A jig is an investment, my friends, an investment in accuracy and peace of mind. It's not just about getting the job done, it's about getting it done right the first time. A cabinet door hinge jig is designed to guide your drill bit, ensuring that every hole you drill is perfectly placed and angled. This precision is what sets apart a professional-looking project from an amateur one. This is crucial for a couple of reasons. First, it ensures that your hinges are installed in exactly the right spot, which is essential for the door to hang straight and swing smoothly. No more uneven gaps or doors that don't close properly. First, it ensures that your hinges are installed in exactly the right spot, which is essential for the door to hang straight and swing smoothly. Second, it prevents tear-out, which is that unsightly chipping that can occur when drilling into wood. Tear-out not only looks bad but can also weaken the structure of your project. So don't underestimate the power of the jig. It's a simple tool, but it makes a world of difference. Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, a jig can elevate the quality of your work. It's a simple tool, but it makes a world of difference. Investing in a good jig is like investing in your skills and craftsmanship. It allows you to focus on the artistry of woodworking, knowing that the technical details are taken care of. With our tools prepped and our jig at the ready, it's time to turn our attention to the doors themselves. The first step is to determine the placement of your hinges. This will depend on the size and weight of the door, as well as your personal preference. A good rule of thumb is to position the top hinge about 5 inches from the top edge of the door, and the bottom hinge about 7 inches from the bottom edge. Once you've determined the hinge placement, use your tape measure and pencil to carefully mark the location of each hinge on the back of the door. Use your combination square to ensure that your marks are perpendicular to the edge of the door. Remember, accuracy is key. Drilling perfect hinge holes is an essential skill for any woodworker, whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. The key to success lies in precision and the right tools. Now it's time to break out our trusty jig. This tool is indispensable for ensuring that your hinge holes are perfectly aligned and consistently spaced. Every jig is a little different, so consult the manufacturer's instructions for specific guidance. These instructions will provide you with the necessary steps to set up your jig correctly. Generally, you'll need to adjust the jig to match the size of your hinges and the distance from the edge of the door where you want the hinges to be installed. This step is crucial for achieving a professional finish. Once the jig is set, clamp it securely to the door. A firm clamp ensures that the jig won't move during drilling, which could result in misaligned holes. Align the jig's drill guide with the marks you made for your hinges. This alignment is critical for ensuring that your hinges will fit perfectly. Double-check your alignment before you start drilling. It's always better to take a moment to verify everything is in place than to fix mistakes later. Remember, measure twice, drill once. This age-old adage holds true, especially when precision is paramount. With the jig securely clamped, you can proceed with confidence, knowing that your setup is stable and ready for drilling. It's time to drill your hinge cup holes. Make sure your drill bit is sharp and suitable for the material you're working with. Use a drill bit that matches the size of your hinge screws. This ensures that the screws will fit snugly and securely. Drill slowly and steadily, applying consistent pressure. This helps to prevent the wood from splintering and ensures a clean hole. Let the jig guide your drill. The jig's design will keep your drill bit on the correct path, making the process much easier and more accurate. The jig will ensure that the holes are drilled at the correct depth and angle, which is essential for the proper functioning of your hinges. So you don't have to worry about drilling too deep or at an awkward angle. With the right jig and careful preparation, you can achieve professional results every time. Section 6. Hanging your masterpieces, installing the hinges. With our hinge holes drilled, we're ready to install the hinges themselves. This part is pretty straightforward. Simply align the hinge with the cup hole and screw it into place using your screwdriver or drill. Make sure the screws are snug, but don't over-tighten them. Repeat this process for all of the hinges on all of your doors. Once the hinges are installed, you can move on to attaching the doors to the cabinet frames. This is typically done using screws that are driven through mounting plates attached to the cabinet frame and into the hinge arms. Section 7. Fine-tuning for a flawless fit. Now that your doors are hung, it's time for the final and perhaps most satisfying part of the process, fine-tuning the fit. Even with the precision of a jig, you may find that some doors need a little tweaking to achieve that perfect alignment. Most hinges have adjustment screws that allow you to fine-tune the position of the door in 3 directions, side to side, up down, and in out. By carefully adjusting these screws, you can eliminate any gaps or overlaps between doors and ensure that all of your doors are perfectly flush with each other. Section 8. The finishing touches, a craftsman's pride. With our doors hung and aligned, we're nearing the finish line. But before we step back to admire our handiwork, let's take a moment to add a few finishing touches that will elevate our project from good to great. First, if you have any visible screw holes, now is the time to fill them with wood filler. Once the filler is dry, sand it smooth for a seamless look. You can also add a touch of paint or stain to the filled holes to match the surrounding wood. Second, consider adding soft close bumpers to your doors. These small self-adhesive bumpers cushion the impact of the door closing, preventing slamming and reducing wear and tear on your cabinets. They're a small detail that can make a big difference in the overall feel of your cabinets. Section 9. Go forth and build share your success. And there you have it, folks. You've successfully installed cabinet doors like a true craftsman. Step back, admire your handiwork, and allow yourself a moment of well-deserved pride. You've taken on a challenging project and emerged victorious. Now go forth and spread the gospel of good craftsmanship. Share your newfound knowledge with friends and family. Encourage them to tackle their own DIY projects. And remember, the most important tool in your workshop isn't a saw or a drill or even a jig. It's your own two hands and the satisfaction that comes from creating something beautiful and functional with your own sweat and skill. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a batch of sawdust cookies in the oven that need my attention. Happy building!